It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Derek Hughes, the stand-up magician. When a comedian bombs or when a magician bombs, I mean, you are literally taking on the two riskiest things in the world as a performer, in my opinion. So I'm always in awe of your prowess, sir.
The highest compliment I think I ever received, there was a manager at a club called Helium in Philly, and he's like, I've seen a lot of crappy magicians, or I've seen a lot of comics do crappy magic.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of magicians do crappy comedy.
Right.
But you do crappy comedy and crappy magic.
Right. Yeah, of course. Perfect.
No, it was the reverse. He said he really gave me a high compliment.
Yeah, that is a high compliment. I mean, it truly is we take comedy for granted, I think, because especially here, it's such a great comedy town, Acme. There's so many it's such a comedy scene, but it is a high wire act. And then when you add magic to that, another completely high wire. I mean, I truly, it's like that's a real gauntlet you threw down to yourself. Do you ever look back and say, what the hell was I thinking?
Oh, no, man. It's incredible because it's a great experience. It's unexpected for many people. You know, they come to a comedy club, they're expecting straight stand-up, which is amazing and magic in and of itself. Yeah. And then here there's this interactive experience that's things are happening that are like messing with your sense of reality.
Sure.
And then the comedy is like a little mental sorbet. I think that's why they really mash up so great because like a good magic bit will really blow your mind, right? And it kind of cocks your head for a second. You're like, what is going on? And now we can breathe a little, laugh, talk about marriage or kids.
Sure.
Right? You know, right?
Yeah.
And then, okay, we good?
Yeah.
Now, F you again.
Right. Nice.
I love it.
It's a good setup. You went to the University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
And how long? What era were you there? What
this
years?
This was late mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Yeah, and I took my time. I stretched 4 years into probably 6.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
All right. And so during that, what were you studying? What were you majoring?
Theater. I did acting.
Oh, nice.
All right. Yeah. So not too far off the original path then.
No, it was all to help the performance of magic. I started going to acting classes as a kid, as a young magician, because there was this great magician in the 1800s in France, Robert Houdin, who said, "A magician is an actor playing the role of someone who can do miracles." And I heard this quote, and I was like,
it's a good one.
I should learn acting. So I can make my magic better. And then I discovered acting, and acting is awesome too.
Yeah. So magic came first before everything
100%,
else.
100%. Yeah. 10 years old, magic kit. I had to have open heart surgery right here on we're at the University of Minnesota Heart Hospital. I had a birth defect, a hole in my heart.
Okay, well, let me just interrupt real quick. When you said right here and you pointed down I was like, in here at KQ?
That's crazy.
Wow, I missed a lot.
Well, it's because every time I come here, I drive through Dinkytown.
So you had open heart surgery as a kid?
Yeah.
Wow. And everything obviously worked out okay.
Yeah,
they knew what they were doing.
They did.
All right.
They got it right.
Very good.
It worked out. He's sitting here.
That's right. That's right.
And I had so there was some downtime, right? Recovery time out of school.
I would imagine.
And I had a magic kit, and that just kind of gave me the time to focus on one of those tricks. Because I think a lot of kids get a magic kit, and then they learn a trick, and then they mess it up. And that feels horrible. Like, there's nothing worse than just standing there with your D in your hand. You know, like, I guess there's no magic.
Wow.
And it's embarrassing. So to actually master a trick that I could do for people and then get that reaction from, maybe grown-ups and stuff like, whoa, that's special. And it was a light bulb.
And so how old were you when you had the surgery and then 10 years old?
Yeah.
Wow. Did the surgeon ever come in and see a trick and go, yeah, that's great, kid, but I fixed your heart?
No.
Go to medical school.
Yeah, no.
Oh, then okay. Just you never know. Yeah, sometimes those bedside manners need a little work.
Yeah, no, it was.
What was the first trick? As a 10-year-old, just out of heart surgery. I mean, I'm honestly like kind of blown away. I can only imagine at 10. I freaked out when I'd have a sore throat at 10. I'd be like looking for attention when I come back to school. Like I bet they wonder if I'm okay.
No, it was intense, and but as a kid, you don't even know. You have so much trust and faith in the medical system.
Good point.
Like you think, oh, these are official people, and they know. So complete faith, blind faith.
Yeah.
But the first trick, and I think this was part of it because we didn't have a lot of money, and that first trick was to turn a penny into a dime.
Ooh.
I wasn't really doing it. People.
Okay. I was about to say, hold on a minute.
If
I
that
could
was legit.
I could
wouldn't
use
be
that
here
one.
now. I'd just be
Yeah.
sitting in my room making pennies. But I think the story behind it, like, oh wow, this is alchemy. This can. I thought, hey, I could maybe make a living doing this, and
Wow, that's great.
Make
Really
it
great.
happen.
It's incredible. The number of things the average 10-year-old thinks I should do, and then you actually came across the right answer.
Well,
it's great.
I think I had a lot of support. My mother, she was very young when she had me, and so I tell people she was very. They say, did your parents support you?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, my mom supported me to the point of neglect. Like, I mean, really, what parent goes, yeah, do that?
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Yeah. I similarly, I dropped out of college and bought my first drum kit, and my mom said, "Oh, that's great, honey." And she meant it. She said, "Go for it. That's awesome. You figured out what you want to do." And then later, what I realized was, and she finally said, she goes, "Oh yeah, no, I was just so worried you were just wasting your life. Like I could tell you were the most, half-ass college student the world had ever seen." And I was like, "He's going to graduate and have no idea." Yeah. And then, of course, I was the 8th kid, and my older siblings were all like, "She would have never been like that with us. You're just lucky."
But she just saw a twinkle in your eye finally.
I guess
she's
so.
Like, oh,
I think that was it. Anything. So Derek Hughes is at Acme next Wednesday, the 29th through Saturday.
Halloween week, trick or treat. So we're going to bring the tricks.
I like it. Yeah, I was going there. So, okay, you got a notebook, you got a pen, you got page after page after page. What are you working on? Is that just notes?
No, this
memoir?
is just,
Your memoirs?
Personal
stuff? Morning, I journal a lot. I kind of do a lot of stream of consciousness journaling to kind of, especially in the morning where it sort of gets
cleared
my day
out.
straight, figured out.
I was wondering if you were conjuring like new tricks and magic, and my first thought is there's probably something in there involving a newt for Halloween. Guess not.
Special potion.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's magic ideas in here for sure. A lot of times it's notes after a show. I want to do a really good show for everybody. So when I finish, I will sit down for a while and I'll kind of go through what was a good idea, what happened that was great, what messed up, what was maybe not the best thing to say.
I know in comedy, there's always that next generation. I mean, and a new generation is probably every 6 months. There's a whole new crop of people, and as you get older, you probably look and realize, oh, that's funny, that's edgy, that's new, pushing it. Is it the same with magic? Is there always another generation of new magicians coming up and putting new spins on things?
There absolutely is, and I think really strong in magic is a sense of mentorship. Magic is the kind of thing, like I had mentors. They shared secrets, they shared performance philosophies, ideas on how to really capture an audience's imagination and give them an experience rather than just fooling them with a puzzle. That's the baseline, is getting a method of a trick down, and then how do you frame it, how do you tell a story with it and give someone really a real experience. And the next generation, I go back. So when I was 12, I went to magic camp. I begged my mom to send me to magic camp out in New York. And now I go back every summer and I teach, and it's
that's cool.
And I just saw an Instagram post. My good buddy Alexander Boyce, he's a magician out in New York, and he was just playing with the Philharmonic in Philadelphia. Doing his magic, big audience.
Whoa, that's cool.
And he was a Tannen's magic camper.
That's fantastic.
And he's definitely part of the next generation.
That's really cool. I mean, I guess any musician, you look at a young kid and you can immediately, here's 6 10-year-olds, and right away there's one that any musician is going to be like, oh, okay, there's something right there. And I would imagine it's probably the same kind of thing.
It does stand out for sure, doesn't it?
Yeah. Fantastic.
You had mentioned Instagram a second ago. I know Instagram has changed comedy. Well, social media in general has changed comedy immensely. Although it doesn't change the approach so much. You're just telling jokes. Has it changed magic at all? I mean, is doing something for the gram or for social, is it different than doing it live in front of somebody?
100%. And I think a new generation, the next generation, leans into Instagram a lot because but what that causes is a lot of camera angles, a lot of the focus is down on their hands, not so much faces up and communicating with eye contact.
Gotcha.
Because they're usually performing for a camera of some sort.
Right.
The other problem with Instagram or just social media in general with magic is, with AI and special effects, anything I see on a screen, I do not trust. But magic is meant to be seen live. Quick story, I was a producer on a hidden camera magic show called Carbonaro Effect. We would do hidden camera magic. People didn't know he was a magician. He posed as a regular person, and incredible things would happen. So we're in a nail spa. He's sitting in a chair waiting for the next mark. She comes in. We never no paid actors. These are all real reactions. Anytime you watch playback on the show, legit thing. This woman walks in, she goes, you kind of look like that Michael Carbonaro guy. He's like, what was that? Oh, he's got a hidden camera magic show. Is it good? She's like, yeah, but they're all paid actors. It's all fake. And he's like, really? Well, 2 minutes later, he's cooking a corn dog in his foot bath. You know, like he's making his lunch. She's freaking out.
Yeah.
He's like, surprised you're on the Carbonaro effect. She goes, oh my gosh, unbelievable. He's like, so how do you feel about everyone being an actor? She goes, well, I'm not, but everyone else is.
Well, sure.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Of course.
Wow.
And so you got to see magic live and in person because it's the one art form that you truly witness. That and maybe circus arts. You see someone shot out of a cannon, you got to be there for that.
Yeah.
But magic is in that same way. And isn't that story funny too? Like in the world we live in now, how dangerous it is to truly believe something.
Yeah,
can be,
absolutely.
yeah, I suppose.
Because once you hunker down, her idea in her head was, that's all fake. And even experiencing it, she couldn't let go of her conviction that that's all BS.
I think
that's insane.
Yeah, having it just brings to mind the many places like with the idea of that show. Like you could just walk around blowing people's minds all the time if you felt like doing it. I would imagine there's a lot of opportunities in life where you could just be.
You're standing in line
I could
a lot.
just do that. Yeah, I was going to say,
of course.
every time you're dealing with a cashier of anything, like you're at the DMV, whatever you're doing where you got a couple extra minutes, you're like, oh, I could really blow this person's day up right now.
I do take advantage of that, and I wish I did more. I used to way more when I was younger. I really cut my teeth for 9 years. I did table-to-table magic in restaurants. I did all the TGI Fridays here in the Twin Cities.
Wow, yeah.
There used to be the Loring Cafe, which is now their cut.
That is cutting your teeth, boy.
It was reps every night.
Yeah.
And I love doing magic impromptu for people, but it's different as a full-grown man. You know, as a teenager, as a young man in your 20s, you're charming. Hey, now it's like, what do you want from me?
Yeah,
you know, why are you talking to our kids?
Hey, creepy. What do you want? Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really think
That's a good
about
point,
you
yeah.
don't think about how important a clean shave is in your line of work.
Yeah, it's true.
Really,
it's true.
keep a tight look there, brother.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, anytime I do, anytime I do spring an impromptu moment of magic on someone throughout their day, at the end of the experience, it's always a positive thing. I do wish I did it more because it brings, it's like snaps people out of a regular routine. It's like, whoa, that is.
Things happen in life and it can literally be someone accidentally kicks you in the shin or figuratively, but it's amazing. I was thinking about this yesterday. Won't go into where it all came from, but the amount of you're just in such a routine, whether you realize it or not, and the number of things that come on and just jerk you out of that. And they're always, even if they're unpleasant in real time, they're always so great to look back on. And I'm just thinking, if you could just drop a little sleight of hand in someone's day, that's like such a highlight. It's like lighting off a firecracker.
Totally.
Like,
Totally.
Yeah. Derek Hughes, stand-up magician. It's always a pleasure, brother. You're welcome here anytime.
I really appreciate that, man.
It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder, 92 KQRS.
We're talking grilled cheese sandwiches, ladies and gentlemen. I love me a grilled cheese sandwich, and I'll make them at the drop of a hat. I go butter. Both sides, of course, of the bread, which then I grill or toast, if you will, in the pan. It's called grilled, but you're not on a grill.
Yeah,
we all know what we're talking about. We got a fry pan. I got a slab of butter in there.
Sear that baby.
I'm getting it going. I know people that do both sides of the bread, like each piece.
The right answer.
Which is, and I never think to do it until I'm eating it. I'm like, oh, I should have done that. And I just always forget because I'm just so excited to make the sandwich.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that before either.
Yeah.
You could actually put them in the toaster and then get them in the pan.
I guess.
But last time Mr. Ryder made a grilled cheese and he did, butter both sides of the bread. He was flipping it over in the pan. It landed perpendicular, like straight up and down in the pan.
Really?
He acted like it was a Dude Perfect video. I was like, come on, it's not that cool.
That's pretty impressive, though.
Yeah, anything. But you know what? Chances are he couldn't have made it happen again. So
No,
you got to
he
take the
definitely
win.
couldn't.
You
Yeah.
got to take the unexpected win.
That is Dude Perfect. He could do 1,000 times. He wouldn't have that happen.
Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself and I think I'm going to do a sliced tomato and I'll get some of that bacon and I try to really and it's always like
It's a letdown.
It is. It's like just the straight up. To me, it is. Just you know what? I just want the cheese melted in there. You're a grilled cheese. You got that look like you're looking down your nose at me like I'm Mr. King of the grilled cheese.
I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good system figured out. A little Munster cheese. Munster.
Wow.
Provolone gives you the stretchiness.
Okay.
And sharp cheddar for the sharpness. Sourdough. Mayo on each side of the bread for
That
crust.
Mayo again.
Dude,
what
telling you.
does Munster cheese taste like? I see it all the time. I know I've had it, but what is it?
You know what? I couldn't even describe it to you. I'll be honest. I'd like to make it sound like I'm really like cheese smart.
Yeah.
I just Googled once, like, what's a great combo for grilled cheese,
And it worked.
that's what I came
And
up
it
with.
worked.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's pretty mellow tasting.
Yeah.
It is mild, yeah.
It's,
Now, was
it's,
this-
way to word it.
It's not too sharp or too pungent.
So are you
It's
doing
creamy,
3
too.
slices? Is it a
Yes.
we're talking sliced
Yeah.
cheese,
Yep.
not grated or anything like
Right,
that?
no.
There's nothing worse than when you're in a pinch and you find the grated, like the cheese you use for like your quesadillas when you're
Yeah.
drunk late at night, the
Right.
shredded Mexican
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, I can make a grilled cheese out of that. It never works out too
doesn't
well.
I will,
quite
no,
right.
you know what though? I will say there is a place for shredded cheese when it comes to a grilled cheese, and that is if you want to get adventurous and kooky, you throw a little of the grilled cheese. You throw a little of the grated in the pan.
No, that's what I was going to say. In
yeah,
the pan.
burnt for a little burnt
Yeah.
cheese
Oh,
crisp.
yeah.
Or on
Yeah.
top, you want to go a little croque monsieur action going right there. If
Yeah,
you're feeling froggy. 651-989-ROCK. That's the talk and text line. If you want to give us your tips, what's the hot grilled cheese tip that we're missing here? No shortage of input. Socials writer on the Facebook page. People are lighting us up.
Oh, yeah, they are. Carla is just living in a whole nother generation. She says, cover the skillet, place the lid over the pan. This traps the steam, which helps the cheese melt quickly and evenly.
Sure,
I really like that one. And then Tom says, toss it in the trash and make a grown-up sandwich instead. Thanks, Tom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also got this one from the X Machine. Fishhead Meat Eater 26 says, deep fry it in butter.
Wow.
Call that dude's doctor.
I think by grown-up sandwich, he means almond butter and jelly.
And you know what? If grilled cheese isn't a grown-up sandwich, then I don't want to grow up.
Hey, man, it's a trap. What's happening on the text line, Paul?
Good morning. I've never heard of mayo used to make a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm not a fan of mayo, but it sounds good when it's being sizzled on a sandwich. I'll add, we mentioned this, it's not really about the taste. It's about crisping the bread. You're not going to taste the mayo. Also, Steve made a reference to Limburger cheese. I haven't heard that cheese mentioned forever. My father used to eat that in the 60s.
Well, I just know it from Little Rascals. It's always like it smells so
Right.
bad. It's like, ooh, yeah.
Yes.
I just thought I'd throw it out there and see if anybody bit. Thank you.
Got a message from Dave Larson as well. He said you were 1,000% right. He heard this yesterday. Said that was a so much better way to grill cheese. He never had tried mayo before. He tried it and loved
went
it.
to the well and,
Yes.
and had
yesterday.
himself a drink of cool water.
I
wow,
know.
fair enough.
Yeah. I mean,
I
you gotta,
like that.
Yeah, you gotta. He's taking action, man.
I like it when people do our science experiments for us.
No kidding. Man, that's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
And-
Go ahead.
Tubby, last one.
Oh,
Slice
sure.
of provolone, slice of sharp cheddar, tomato slice. Employ the mayo for crunch. Voila. Now I'm with Tubby on all of this except the tomato. I don't need tomato. I just want to grill cheese.
I see. See, I always,
like to
if
mess
someone
it up.
else is making it for me, I would love it. It's like when I do it though, it loses the magic or something. But if you hand me that sandwich, I'm like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever had.
So the Blue Door burger place or whatever does a grilled cheese, and they used to have it on the menu. You can DIY it, but they would do tomato and pickle in their grilled cheese.
Oh.
Chef's kiss. I really liked it.
Oh,
I could get in with
you know
pickle
what?
for sure, yeah.
No, I would try. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. No shortage of options.
Every freaking caller on the phone, and I don't have time to shout them all out, said, you guys, tomato soup. It's not a grilled cheese
Oh, yeah.
unless you got that tomato soup on the side to dip it in.
I don't
So-
generally eat tomato soup, but if it's next to a grilled cheese,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is good for sure. There's so many ways to utilize a grilled cheese. Mark's got a good one.
Sure.
A dusting of garlic salt on one side. I could get with that too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's so many options.
Basically, we're talking about cheese that's melted. Works with everything. Put it on oysters. I'll eat the hell out of that. I don't whatever.
Interesting.
Give me my grilled cheese.
Oyster
Give me my
grilled cheese?
melted cheese. I'll take it all.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Current standings 5 for the West. East is at 3, so they've got a little bit of a
right.
margin.
All right, Mike. Mike in Farmington, are you with us, sir?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. Are you ready to play?
Yes, hopefully.
All right, I'm going to ask questions. If you know the answer, blurt it out. Don't wait for me to finish if you know it. Your first answer is your last answer. We will take what comes out of your mouth first. If you don't have an answer, you can say pass, and we will just blast through these, and we'll see how you do.
Okay.
All right, timer starts now.
Named for a legendary Twins Hall of Famer, Killebrew is what type of non-alcoholic beverage?
Root beer.
What Minnesota-born actress who rose to prominence alongside Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice largely disappeared from the spotlight after a shoplifting incident in
Winona
2000?
Ryder.
After serving as Minnesota State Senator, Hubert H. Humphrey held this national office, serving under
Vice President.
LBJ. Wow, nice. Famously headlined by Prince in 2007, Paul McCartney has performed twice as part of what prominent sports championship?
All-Star game.
Sharing a name with one of St. Paul's most famous streets, what Minnesota brewery uses the slogan "Beer for Here"?
Pass.
1980 U.S. Olympic men's hockey team featured 12 Minnesotans who defeated the Soviet Union in a match. Given what nickname based on Al Michaels' call?
Miracle on Ice.
Home to a nationally recognized hospital, what is Minnesota's third largest city?
Rochester.
Given the nickname by his father at just 3 years old, what Minnesota Timberwolves up? All right, well done.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn good run, best we've had in a while. The correct answer is 5 answers. The ones you missed,
Nice.
The Super Bowl or Super Bowl halftime show. That's what
Yeah.
Paul McCartney played. Yep. And then Summit Brewing, Summit Brew Company is the beer for here.
Otherwise, Mike, strong effort, my man.
5 is really good.
That is really good.
Thank
Okay, now we've got. Let's go to the west side. We got Will from Hopkins. Will, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
All good here. You ready to play the game?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
If you don't have an answer, say pass. If you get the answer and I'm still talking, just blurt it out. Ready?
All right.
60
Ryder?
seconds starts now.
Minnesota's state gemstone gets its name from this better-than-average Great Lake.
Oh, God. Pass.
John Lennon was known as the Smart Beatle, Ringo as the Funny Beatle. During the height of Beatlemania, what was Paul McCartney's nickname?
The Quiet Beetle. I don't know.
What Minnesota-based food company, best known for potato chips, features a windmill as its logo and uses the slogan "Quality lives here" in its boxes?
General Mills.
What nationwide fashion craze featured brightly covered stripes started in a Roseville gym in the late 1980s?
What was that? Can you say that again?
What nationwide fashion craze featured brightly colored stripes started in a Roseville gym in the late 1980s?
Pass.
Known for making the world's smallest pacemaker, what medical device company headquarters its U.S. operations in the Twin Cities?
Oh, God, I know this. Pass.
Minnesota is the leading producer of this kind of poultry, a staple at Thanksgiving.
Turkey?
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes.
Man.
Turkey is correct, Will. Unfortunately, we donutted the rest of the way. Lake Superior was the better-than-average Great Lake. Paul McCartney was the cute beetle. The windmill is Old Dutch potato chips. The fashion craze was Zubas. And our smallest pacemaker by Medtronic.
All right. Well, thanks for calling
Good
in
effort.
and saving the day being our second contestant. But this is all about Mike in Farmington.
go.
Congratulations, Mike. You have won Paul McCartney
you.
tickets, brother. Solid effort getting 5 out of 6, I believe.
Five's the best we've had in quite a while.
Yeah.
And brings them within 1 of the West.
Right on. Mike, congrats.
Side.
92 KQRS.
I still come across words that I really enjoy. Somehow, you think, how have I never heard that word before? When I was a kid, there was 2 that I remember very clearly as a young person hearing the first time someone said the word ambiguous. I was like, wait,
Okay.
what? They
Right.
said, oh, it was ambiguous.
It's fun to
I
say.
couldn't, and I was like, ambiguous. What a great word.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, I wrote that on the outside of my notebook in a font thinking that's a good band name because I was already doing that.
It is a good
Oh, wow.
band name.
Ambiguous.
Oh,
How
man.
old were you?
Oh, probably 7 or 8.
Already thinking about bands,
thinking
yeah.
about. Oh yeah,
Nice.
always.
Have you ever used it as a
No,
band name?
no, I
Because
never
I know
have.
you used a lot of them.
No, I never have. The other word I liked, I never thought of it in terms of a band name, but I was surprised I'd never heard this word. I was like 12, uvula. You know that thing that dangles in your throat,
Right.
the uvula?
Sure.
Yeah.
The
And I was
throat
like, wait,
ball
there's a
sack.
word for that? I couldn't believe it. But I was like, good word, man.
Maybe one of the few words that doesn't work as a band name.
It does not work as a band
I
name.
don't think it
I don't
does,
know.
yeah.
Try a little harder.
But I remember being very bumfuzzled by that word because I was
Just
like,
say
I
that-
can't believe I've
no.
ever bumfuzzle.
Did you just Shakespeare make that thing up?
I did not.
Bumfuzzled?
I did not.
Really?
As much as I would love to take credit for it. No, bumfuzzle it's actually a verb meaning to confuse, perplex, or fluster.
Okay.
You know,
In fairness-
That fits.
we were talking about things that were over my head. I was just bumfuzzled the whole time.
Yeah, that makes sense. That word,
The more you think about it, you're like, no, I get that.
Yeah.
Bumfuzzled.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it does sound fake because it's so dead on the money.
It sounds like a made-up word.
Dude,
I mean, they're
look-
all made up, but
You look bumfuzzled.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, good one.
I don't know why, but I feel like this was made up by a person with curly hair.
Okay.
Bumfuzzle.
I see that.
Like, that's what pops into my head.
I get that.
All right.
Another word, and by the way, I come across these every now and again and remind myself, I love that word, and I never use it. Another one I'm a big fan of, wabbit. Now, I'm not talking...
That's the
Elmer
Elmer
Fudd.
Fudd.
I'm not talking Elmer Fudd.
No?
But it is spelled, it's W Abbott as opposed to R Rabbit. W-A-B-B-I-T. Wabbit means you're weary or exhausted. It's from Scottish, but it's still in use in parts of the world. Wabbit. I was totally wabbit after the day I spent.
Oh, man,
You know.
I was going the other direction with that one, like, because it's so close to rabbit. I was going with, like, being feisty and crazy.
Well, no, if you hunt rabbits all day, you find yourself wabbit.
Yes.
You know, that's
Okay.
kind of, you feel.
All
I was
right.
feeling wabbit.
I mean, it really is tied to Elmer Fudd in a way, I think.
Well,
probably.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, for
hunting
sure.
wabbits. But it's I don't know. I get a kick out of words. I just always have you throw them around in your head, Paul.
For me, when I was a kid, I always went to, my mom grew up on a farm, on a dairy farm, and I would always go spend a week with Grandma and Grandpa during the summer.
Yeah.
And the first time I heard the word irrigation,
Okay.
again, around the same age as you, probably 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
somewhere in there, because it was just a sprinkler to me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But Grandpa's
Sure.
like, no, that's an irrigation system.
Oh, yeah.
Paul. And so, yeah, that was irrigation. Was
I
good
had
to
the
me.
thing going at a young age, which is really, I don't know where this came from, but I remember being like, how have I never heard that? Like a 7-year-old would know all this already.
Sure.
Like, wait a minute, you guys have been holding out. Like I
Yeah.
didn't feel dumb. I felt offended. Like how has no one ever told me this word before?
Right.
Right.
It's a good word. I'm supposed to know all these words. Harry S. Truman in 1952, talking about a political opponent, and he referred to one of them as a snollygoster. Snollygoster. That is an old insult for a shrewd and unprincipled person. Shrewd and unprincipled, and Harry S. Truman, as the president of the United States, used it in an interview.
In an interview.
These
okay,
old
so
snollygosters.
not in front of his opponents.
Not in front of his
He wouldn't
opponent,
dare.
but
He
about an
wouldn't dare.
opponent.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't dare use that in front of yeah.
Good words that are actually real. If you got any on your mind, 651-989-ROCK, that would be your Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line.
We got one. Behoove.
Oh, sure. I've always
Good
liked,
one.
yeah, no, it
would
would
behoove you.
behoove you to
Yeah.
use that a little more often in conversation.
For sure.
651-989-ROCK. That's your Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. Joe from Columbia Heights is on the horn. Joe, what do you got for us, brother?
Hey, I got a word for you that you being a Southern gentleman, you should have heard a few times in your years.
Lay it on
The
me.
word is called upscuttle. Two
Two
people in a disagreement. They're in an upscuttle.
An upscuttle.
An upscuttle.
I'm going to
Do you know
come
that one,
clean
Steve?
right now. I've never heard
Oh,
that
really?
word.
Okay.
Wow, I love it. It sounds exactly like a good Southern word for a throwdown, an upscuttle.
Yeah, I was raised in Texas, and I was hearing people say, "Damn it, Jim and Bob are over in an upscuttle right now."
Yeah, they are.
Oh. When
Of
you
course
say it
they
like
are.
that.
I think they're not.
No, that's fantastic. Thank you for that. I will fold that in. That's a good one, upscuttle. That
It brought me up north for a second, too.
did it?
Yes.
It reminds me of the first time I heard someone talk about someone else who was drunk, and he said, "Oh man, look at him. He's tore slap up." Tore slap up. And I was
Wow.
like, that's a good one.
Is that hyphenated?
I think you can only be tore slap up if you are Southern.
Yes. Yeah,
Anybody
I'm
can
sure.
be drunk, but only a Southerner can be tore slap up.
Yeah, and that's moonshine driven.
That's exactly what that is. And having been there myself, yeah, it happens. 651-989-ROCK is 989-ROCK is the text line.
Weird Word Wednesday. That's got a nice ring to it. It's not super easy to say, but
Oh, nice.
nice submission. Yeah, I like
Okay.
that. Pulchritude,
Pulchritude.
which is physical beauty. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that at all.
Really?
You'd think you'd be like, oh, that
Putrid.
poor girl's got a pulchritude on her
Yes.
cheek. But no, it doesn't mean
Yeah.
a growth. It's actual just physical beauty. That's right.
Flummoxed. That's another good one.
That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one. Always been a fan of the word entropy. ENTROPY. There's a like in physics, it's about like it's a thermodynamic something about energy not being able to be applied to a mechanical operation of something. It also can mean the lack of order or predictability, as in a gradual decline into disorder, and so that's a good entropy. It's just one of those. It's a word that no matter how it's used, it doesn't mean we're all having fun.
Okay.
That's right.
There's a general sense of entropy crept into the room. You need to get into a different room if that happens.
Noted.
But I'm feeling like a winner today because I have come away with upscuttle. I can't see, that's another word. How did no one ever tell me that word? I'm offended, but now I got it.
Joe's got your back.
Thank you, Joe.
One more text. Christine, our buddy Christine, best words, clandestine.
Sure.
Oh,
And
that's
she
a
uses
good
it.
one.
She uses it in a sentence. In a clandestine operation, we stole a construction cone from the school carpool lane this morning. No,
Oh, hell
really.
yeah.
No, really, we did.
Oh no, you
There's
don't
the
have to,
cone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need proof from Christine. We know her word is gold on that. This is the she of the salt shaker replacement
salt
theory.
and pepper. Yeah.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Let's wind up a bargument.
All
What do
right.
you say?
Yeah.
Game on.
All right.
Bring
As
it.
it is Halloween week, I think this is a pretty good topic. Do you believe you could survive the average horror movie? You're in a situation, you're babysitting, a dude with a knife shows up, a la Michael Myers, just for example. Could you survive? Now, first things first. Don't tell me, just call 911 on my cell phone. We have to pretend there's no cell phones for some of these. If we're going to look at specific instances, you got to go back to the real time. And of course, your cell phones ruin everything, all the fun in the world.
Right.
Because we have phones with us everywhere. But that said, generally speaking, do you feel like you've got the quick thinking maneuverability required? Do you have the survival instinct for success? Ryder?
Yes. I'm making it through the horror movie. I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. One, I ran a restaurant that had a prep kitchen, so I'm pretty good with a knife, and I have
Okay.
and I have big knives in my house.
Okay. Good
2,
to know.
Scream 1 and 2 especially kind of laid out what you need to do to
Mm-hmm.
survive a horror movie, and I have watched those movies and can do those things.
Great.
Now,
okay.
I don't know that I'm going to kill the villain, but I'm making it out alive.
Well, it's the old hunter's thing. You don't have to be faster than the bear. You just got to be faster than the guy you're hunting with. Right.
Yes.
We all understand. Okay, I like that. I like that you're comfortable with knife play.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to draw the comparison between having worked in a restaurant kitchen and just being in a slasher film. Just straight up, just the horrors
Because
of
they're brutal? Yeah.
the demonic people that run restaurant kitchens. But no, you were going straight up more. I'm comfortable with the knife. Fletcher, how do you feel about this, generally speaking?
I feel good about it as well. First of all, if I'm in a horror film, I've never been a gun owner, but I'll have my conceal and carry.
Okay.
And I'm not going to run. I'm going to stare the bad guy in the face and take him down. I'm going to go on the offensive. The other thing I'm definitely not going to do is at any point utter, "I'll be right back."
Okay,
From
that helps.
a la Scream.
Because if
Yes.
you say "I'll be right back,"
You
you
will
will
not
not
be
be
right
right back. It's a guarantee. And don't go running upstairs. There's no reason to go upstairs. Just stay downstairs and shoot the
Boy.
guy in the eye.
You know, I've thought about that. There is such a general, when trouble strikes on the ground floor, the fight or flee. When you flee, generally speaking, you do run upstairs and you're just painting yourself into a corner.
Right.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
gotta-
Always a tough move.
If I do need to make a quick exit, if I'm on the second floor or the third floor, that's not a good exit.
No, it's not. 651-989-ROCK is your Could I Survive a Horror Film talk and text line.
How about you?
Brought to you by Luther Westside Volkswagen. I feel like I'd be pretty good about it.
Stature would help.
I think that helps. I think if I'm going down a street, I'm looking for houses to go wreak havoc within. I'm not going to go into the house that has the larger person standing there. I mean,
Right.
my height
Sure.
does buy me a little bit of security. However, we've all seen the prison yard films. Some people go for the biggest guy first just to prove dominance.
Yes.
So maybe I'm more of a target. I've never been taunted more than when I wore a boxing champion jacket into a bar one night. That's a true story. Just a Goodwill, an AmVets pickup for $1, a windbreaker that said state champ, heavyweight division, boxing, blah, blah, blah.
Wow, yeah.
And suddenly people wanted to fight me. Like, oh, you think you're a tough guy, boxing champ? And I was like, there's nothing about me that says boxer. It just fit and it cost $1. But anyway, that's beside the point. Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, whoever these people are, maybe they're looking to take down the big man. I'm not really sure. I feel like I'd be pretty good about it. I do have a little bit of crisis experience. I mean, I get calm when the crap flies. When it all hits the fan, I tend to detach and just look for solutions.
One of eight. It's probably
Exactly.
inherent. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a firefighter in that realm. You grow up with a large family, a dad for whom, like I've said before, we were all just guilty until proven more guilty. Constantly under attack, at least it felt that way. Yeah, ready to face the firing squad at all times. So you stay calm, or at least you put off a good vibe of staying calm. My central nervous system is, nonstop. It's always sideways. Let's not kid ourselves. But I feel like I could handle that pretty well. And I say all these things, and then I think to myself, well, what am I going to attack? Because you got to do I pick up and go on the offensive like you said? Do you stare the guy down? If he's waking me up in the middle of the night, I'm screwed. Put it that way. If I'm asleep when it starts, it's over. If I see him coming, hopefully, you know what I need? I need to hear the screams of the neighbors. I need a few seconds. Then I can prepare myself. The more I'm talking, the more I'm realizing probably not going to be good in a horror film.
Yeah, but hasn't Chauncey, night in and night out, prepared you for this? You should be ready to go. You're up at the drop of a hat almost every morning.
Well, that's just anger at a dog I love. That's not confusion and bewilderment and going, wait, why are you here? What's happening?
Connect with us on the KQ Talk and Text line. 651-989-ROCK. That's 651-989-ROCK. 92 KQRS.
It's time to divide the camp. Divide and conquer.
All right.
The subject, Chex Mix. Let's say the Chex Mix gods tap you on the shoulder and say, Ryder, one of these pieces of Chex Mix needs to be eliminated. You've got your wheat Chex, your corn Chex, your square pretzel, your circle pretzel, your mini breadstick, and the rye chip. The little cracker that's rye. One of those has to go. Ryder, which one goes?
Oh, man, I'm torn between, the rye chip has got to stay because it's the best. And I will
100%.
I will get the bag of Gardettos, oops, we made it all with rye chips. I will definitely do that on a road trip. I'm torn between the square check, the wheat check, which seems like too healthy for Chex Mix, and the square pretzel, which seems a little unnecessary with the round pretzel.
It's a tough one. 651-989-ROCK is the Luther Westside Volkswagen Westside text line. You can feel free to weigh in. Fletcher, before I ask you, the text line is smoking right now.
It really kind of has. Tubby came in with, get those mixed nuts out. Do they have mixed nuts in Chex Mix?
Sometimes there's a nut in there, sure.
Okay, well,
back in the old day, they've probably removed the peanuts now because people remove peanuts because people decided one day they were allergic to them.
Right. Well, he said stop it in all caps, and I wanted to make sure I emphasize the all caps on behalf of Tubby. It's important for me to communicate correctly. John said, just get rid of Chex Mix altogether. Wow. Unpopular opinion. My God.
This is John, who's like celebrity baker in Somerset, is it not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so he doesn't even count.
He's operating on a whole different level. Yeah. I doubt he's bought in any kind of processed foods in maybe decades.
Probably correct.
I'm old enough to remember before you could buy Chex Mix. When I was a kid, Chex Mix was something your mom made.
Right.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was this was for years and years. I mean, in fact, I was probably in college. I would be willing to bet the first time I saw Chex Mix in a bag, and I was like, what in the... No. That is ridiculous. This is something you're supposed to go buy all the ingredients separately and mix it at home and bake it in the oven together and blah, blah, blah. I couldn't believe they were selling it already put together like that.
Yeah, it seems lazy.
It does seem lazy. Of course, when I see a bag of Chex Mix now, I just rip right into that bad boy.
100%.
It's kind of hard to stop.
You know what?
The original recipe, originally, I'm thinking about it. It was just the types of Chex and pretzels and peanuts. There wasn't the rye chip. There wasn't the little breadstick. in the original, back then, it was like, where were you going to find little rye chips in the real world?
Right.
But I'm not big on the little breadstick, the little mini breadstick. Is it just to be the neutral guy to balance all the other flavors? I just don't get it. Why is
it brings some richness in, and it's got a little bit of butteriness to it. At the risk of pissing you two off this morning at an early, it's rye chips. They can go bye-bye in the car. I don't need to break. Listen, hey, you know what? Keep your buzzer to yourself. I don't have a buzzer. You don't get to use a buzzer, okay? Good Lord, I'm already fighting an uphill battle. I don't need to chip. Zip it.
Buzzer's all.
Zip it.
Buzzer that right there is good living.
Okay, well, I want to see that buzzer used on you two once in a while then. You know what? I don't need to chip a tooth eating freaking Chex Mix. And I don't need one thing in the Chex Mix to take over the entire palate. My God.
No, man, that rye chip that's as close to heaven as you get most days.
Well,
Go to the dentist because something is wrong with your teeth.
It's
rye
cool that
chips should not cause them to break.
It's cool that I didn't say break. It's a chip. Also,
are you freezing your Chex Mix again?
I think it's pretty cool that your piece of little slice of heaven is right near hell.
Yeah, right. Well, hey, man, I'm a mixed bag. I am the yin and yang all in one.
That's fine.
Bouquet.
Yeah, well, here come, you know what? You guys are all insane. John also added, big fan of only rye chips. Chris.
Yeah.
Rich said, one pretzel out, add more rye chips. You guys are crazy.
Yeah, well,
seriously.
Some people like flavor. 651-989-ROCK. Let us know, what are you eliminating from your Chex Mix? By the way, you can also hit the KQRS Facebook page. We got a few comments coming in there as well. What now?
One more text. Remove the mini breadstick. It's the middle child of the snack world.
No, when it gets like the extra seasoning baked onto it, it's the best piece.
I agree. It's the breadstick, not the stupid rye crisp. You're right.
I've always referred to the Chex Mix breadstick as the toenail of Chex Mix. Hey, what is this garbage? Chex Mix wars continue. The text line, my goodness, do we poke the bruise on occasion around here. Man,
that's right.
We got some people hot.
That's right. You know what? I gotta go to my boy. I can always count on Serpico. I'm fighting an uphill battle. I needed some help. He said, I'm with Fletcher. The rye chip has to go. That a boy.
No, Serpico is wrong this morning. He's usually right, but today he is wrong. Sorry, bud.
He's on it. Wild Hooch says, I love homemade Chex Mix. As a child, my mom had a coworker that would make batches and give us a coffee can full of Chex Mix as a Christmas gift. Good living. Hashtag the 80s.
In a
coffee can.
Wow, coffee can. Like the Folgers can or the Maxwell House can. That's people used to get. I forgot all about that.
The coffee can. We've actually gotten multiple texts about the coffee can delivery system.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it too, but that's how my grandma did it now that it's been brought up.
Mrs. Tuning, a woman named Penny Tuning, was the Chex Mix queen of Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Oh, really?
Man, when she pulled the Chex Mix out, it was like, oh snap, here we go.
I like
Good living.
You know what? I bet the coffee can added some flavor too, because you can never really fully get coffee out of the can.
No, I'm sure it was. And I would imagine some people probably would tell you that, well, it's actually better in a Maxwell House can than a Folgers can because, the coffee aficionados amongst the Chex Mix crowd that are out there.
I wouldn't be picky about which coffee can it was as long as the rye chips are lessened.
But there's always, I'm just saying, there's always one guy that ruins a good time by saying things like, well, which coffee can makes a big difference. And then if you get a Cafe Bustelo, if you're feeling really fancy, and then you just want to smack him in the head. And that guy, you know what? That guy usually has a unibrow. That's what I found.
And no friends. That's
how that works. Well, I already said he has a unibrow. So, I mean, I'm just like, you can't be friends with those. You can't turn your back on somebody with a unibrow.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
We're going to play a little game we call Double or Nothing. So to explain it, if you've never heard it, Ryder, you explain this. You got out, you hung out with the people.
I went to hang out with my buddies at the Eagles Club, RE number 34 in South Minneapolis, where I am a proud member. And I asked them a bunch of questions. They said, Ryder, you coming to do your man on the street stick? And I was like, yes, I am. And I got their answers. If you, as a contestant, match 2 of their 5 answers, you win a prize. If you match less than that, you get nothing. Double or nothing.
It's like a carnival. It's great.
Well, you get a story. You get to say, I made an ass of myself on KQRS.
Well,
no, of course not. You're competing hard. It's Friday. Let's go.
Sometimes it says the barfly made an ass of themselves, and you just really have no shot.
Yeah.
Well, they almost always do.
I'm not going to lie. All
No,
right.
I mean, that's the great thing about this game. An otherwise rational person, usually on their way to work, has to compete with a drunk barfly. It's great. It's the yin and yang of the human experience right here. Let's get on it. Contestant number 1, Brian from Spring Lake Park. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
All right, I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and if you can match at least 2 of those from our friend Jason, you will win wild tickets. Are you ready?
Hey, can I have the Joe Jackson if I win?
Sure.
Sure.
We'll see
All
how
right,
it
cool.
goes.
First winner gets to choose.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, 5 questions. Here we go. What is the best month for Minnesota to get our first inch of snow?
It would be February.
Besides drinking, name an activity that's popular at bars.
Flirting.
Oh, I like that. More legendary Robert, Plant or Zimmerman?
Zimmerman.
Name something people from Chicago brag about.
Oh, re-say that one again?
What is something someone from Chicago will brag about?
About their subways.
Other than 6'7", what is an annoying catchphrase?
Say what?
That is fantastic. All right, Brian. I appreciate a man who's not in a hurry. Let's see if he can match up with Ryder's Barfly.
All right, we chatted with Jason, who not only is an Eagles member, but proud bartender at the Eagles Club as well. He was off duty last night. Here are Jason's answers.
Okay.
What's the best month for Minnesota to get our first inch of snow?
December.
Besides drinking, name a popular activity at a bar.
Playing foosball.
More legendary Robert, Plant or Zimmerman?
Zimmerman.
Name something people from Chicago might brag about.
Their football team.
I mean, this year, kinda. Other than 6'7", what's an annoying catchphrase?
I'll have another beer, and then I'm out of here.
Oh, Brian, nice effort. You got 1 for 5. Sorry to say that's not quite enough. We're going to move on.
6,
Tara,
7.
or is it Tara, is in Cold Spring. How do we say your name?
Kara, K-A-R-A.
Oh, Kara, got
really
it.
Close on that one.
Man,
Not bad.
that's all right.
Okay.
You were close.
All right, Kara, let's do this. You got 5 questions to answer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
At what age should you teach a kid how to ice skate?
4.
What makes for a better outdoor Christmas display, multicolor or white lights?
Multicolor.
Name a popular honeymoon destination.
Jamaica.
Past or present, give me a well-known Minnesota professional sports coach.
Oh. Sports coach. Oh, good God. Who's the bald guy? Fletcher?
What?
PJ Fleck is the, quote, bald guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's him.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're okay. I'll move on. If you want to start a rock band, what's a good instrument to know how to play?
Drums.
Not a girl. All right, Kara. Let's see how you did. Kara, going up against two. Nick, is it, Ryder?
Yep, we chatted with Nick last night. Here are Nick's answers. At what age should you teach a kid how to ice skate?
6.
What makes for a better outdoor Christmas display, multicolored or white lights?
Multicolor if you're tacky.
Name a popular honeymoon destination.
The south of France.
Who is a well-known Minnesota pro sports coach?
Oh, wow. Minnesota.
Don't ask me that.
Not like he was born here, but like he coached here.
Oh, Bud Grant.
Bud Grant.
Okay.
I thought you meant born here.
No, that's too hard.
Yeah.
That's too hard. Okay, if you want to start a rock band, what's a good instrument to know how to play?
The drums.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Nice work, Kara.
Kara won herself some tickets. All right, we'll give you the choice. Do you want Wild tickets or Joe Jackson tickets?
Wild.
All right.
There you go.
Kara.
Congratulations.
Lady after my own heart right there.
All right, sit tight. Sit tight, Kara. We'll get back to you. We'll get your information. We got time for one more round, Ryder?
Sure, let's do one more round.
Dude,
let's go. Pat in Princeton. Pat, good morning.
Good morning.
You ready to play a little double or nothing?
I am.
All right, here's your 5 questions. Name the best day of the week to have a Bloody Mary.
Sunday.
How cold does it need to get before you take your winter clothes out for the season?
26.
26. Name a brand of pop that is no longer made.
Dang. Pop Shop.
Oh, man, Pop Shop. Best Thanksgiving pie, pumpkin or pecan?
Pumpkin.
Name any Major League Soccer team.
The Loons.
There you go. Nice job there, Pat. Let's see who we got here. We got a barfly by the name of Amy, it looks like.
We chatted with party girl Amy. Here are her answers. Nice. Name the best day of the week for a Bloody Mary.
Every day.
How cold does it need to be before you get your winter clothes out for the season?
10 below.
Name a brand of pop that's no longer made.
Tab.
Tab?
Tab.
Okay.
Tab, yeah.
Best Thanksgiving pie, pumpkin or pecan?
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Name a Major League Soccer team, any MLS team.
The Loons.
Yes! Man,
Nice
Pat,
work.
you did it.
Love it.
Amy, you did it. That is a pair of tickets to see Joe Jackson May 23rd at the Palace. Congratulations. Great news. Sit on hold, Pat. We'll come around. We'll get your info. I tell you what, I want to party with Amy.
Oh, you do?
Really?
Yes.
She's looking for a bloody any day of the week. It needs to be
Holy hell.
26 below before she gets the winter clothes out. She's living it, man.
Oh,
Not
Amy-
messing around, that's
Yes.
for sure.
I
Gotta
got-
like a closer, man. The last 2 to win it. Love
I
that.
know. I got some hugs from Amy before the night was up yesterday.
I don't doubt that.
She was having a good time.
And then she went with Tab, which is always just,
It's the first one I thought of.
My high school girlfriend's mom was a Tab addict.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. That's
Cases in the carport at all times. Seriously.
That's sad.
She fainted at a school event, and my girlfriend, God bless her, was like, "Oh no, someone get her a Tab." I'm dead serious. That happened. That wasn't a soap opera. That was my life.
A lot of tab in our house, too.
Wonderful folks, but man, that Tab, you could get strung out on Tab like no one's business. Oh, the salad days.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is time, as it is Thursday, for Rank You Very Much. And we are very happy to have Matt Serwy in studio. KSTP's Matt Serwy. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What's happening? Look at you up at the crack of dawn.
I can't remember the last time I woke up before the sunrise.
Oh, just rubbing it in our faces.
And a long drive, by the way. So props to you. Thank you.
Yeah, I came in from Hugo.
Whoa,
Which, if you're not familiar, it's about 3 hours south of the Canadian border, but part of the Twin Cities Metro.
Yeah.
Right. Shockingly so. Yes. Wow.
That's funny.
So proud of you.
That's a hellacious effort, my man. Well done.
I like all the land I have out there. It's good for our dog, but and it's a quick drive. Minnesota drivers know how to drive efficiently, we'll say.
Okay.
I would agree.
That's one way to put it. Sure.
Yeah, being entirely too generous, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've lived in some other towns where people are really, really bad drivers. We're not so bad up here.
You know what? We were just talking before the break. Matt has named Omaha as the drivers of the worst drivers in America, and you used to live in Omaha.
I will
Would
answer.
you concur?
I will answer with this.
Oh, and the high five.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
They are.
Suck it, Nebraska.
I lived there for 10 years, and it's like they have no concern for anybody else on the road. It just could care less.
It's unbelievable. I will drive through downtown Chicago with no cares, but if I'm driving down Interstate 80 going to work in Omaha, I'm fearing for my life.
Oh.
Or on Dodge. Dodge is like this really strange, like it's 4 lanes, 2 each way, but sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is, and you have to just kind of understand how the streets work.
So you have to dodge other cars. Makes
I mean,
perfect sense.
At times, yeah.
Yep.
And it's just
Aptly named. same.
It's what is it, a 40-mile-an-hour road? It's not even that fast, but it's just a disaster every time you're
does
on
this
it.
apply to Council Bluffs as well, right across the
Sure,
river, or is it just Omaha?
Okay, Council Bluffs is its own special beast in a number of ways.
Okay.
But they're close enough. They've osmosified the bad driving ability.
Osmosified.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a
Yeah.
word for the day.
Yeah, I like that.
Rank you very much. We are going to move on from traffic into food. Today's topic, as we are approaching the holiday the holiday gluttony of the next few months.
Yeah, buddy.
Top food holidays. We're going to give you our top 3. And any sort of food holiday applies. There's very few rules here, Matt. Trust me, you can go off the grid to your heart's desire. Let's get started. Our number 3s. Ryder, kick us off.
Okay, number 3 is going to be Labor Day weekend grilling. And I'm going to tell you why this is better than 4th of July or Memorial Day weekend, because you're getting those tomatoes that we've grown here. Are in season.
Yeah.
You slap it on top of the burger, you're good to go.
Okay.
All right.
Labor Day weekend grilling.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to argue, but I can't. I'm a big fan of the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Fletcher, you're number 3.
I'm going to come at it with just, you know what? Halloween. Between the candy that I steal from my kids and all the creative Halloween staples that people have come up with over the years.
Okay.
Like, you do wonderful things with deviled eggs, and we do wonderful things with brie and mummy hot dogs and all that crap. It's like, I love it. Yeah.
What do you do with brie?
Yeah.
The mummy brie. It's like you put pastry over the top of mummy, over the top of a chunk of brie, and then you throw it in the oven for a little while, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
That's fancy.
Yeah.
Mummy brie. Fair enough.
We don't do it as much anymore, but we used to be, we lived in a great neighborhood where all the neighbors got together. We was one of those neighborhoods. And we're not in that neighborhood anymore, so we don't do it as much. But yeah, and some of the stuff people brought blew my mind. I'm like, where did you find this and come up with this idea?
I never even thought about Halloween as a food thing.
I thought the number one point for making Halloween making the list would be that it's so freaking easy. You just go to Target and you buy 10 bags of candy.
Yeah,
I thought
sure.
The point for Halloween would be that there's no work involved.
Yeah, but when you're having, and that's true, but when you're having an adult party, it's an opportunity to go all out and see what kind of crazy Halloween themed stuff you can come up with.
All right.
Righteous.
Yeah.
All right,
I do
number
like
3.
Adult brownies.
Matt Serwy, sir, you're number 3 food holiday.
Number 3, I'm saying specifically the first day of the Minnesota State Fair.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
And
that's
it has
strong.
It has to be the first day. Now, our building there is downwind of Sweet Martha's Cookies.
Yeah.
And the first day, that smell hits just right.
Okay.
By day 4, day 5, day 6, you're like, oh man, that's and you've already ingested everything, so you're 75% butter at that point.
And then you're smelling your own sweat, which is just by that point toxic as all get out.
It's awful.
You take the smell home with you.
Yeah, right,
pretty
right.
much. Wow.
Wow, that's a quick bell from Ryder on that one. She liked that call out.
I like
Bang.
that one a lot.
I think this is the first time I've ever been jealous of somebody's rank.
All right, my number 3. My number 3. You may not be aware of this, but it's on January 2nd every year. A very little known national food holiday, and I think it's placed there specifically to separate the wheat from the chaff, the real ones from the posers. All your New Year's resolutions, pshaw. I mean,
wow!
If you were going to be in shape, you'd be in shape. Stop kidding yourself. January 2nd, just grab a plate because it is National Buffet Day.
Ooh.
And I love that it's placed right there. Second day of the year. You did good yesterday? Really? You got up, you watched the Rose Bowl, did some crunches? Great. Go to a buffet and stop joking around. I like it.
Wow. Yeah.
Still a fan of the buffet.
Fill it with salad. That's the challenge.
Man. It's really all about how clean is the sneeze guard. And then if I judge it to be clean enough, I'm going in. Ryder, let's move on to number 2.
Number 2 is just going to be good old-fashioned Christmas. And I know this means something different for everybody, but at my house, it means lasagna and cookies.
Lasagna and cookies, really?
Yeah. Grandma B worked at a defunct department store called Carson Peary Scott back in the day. So
my God, I remember that place.
So she needed to bake something that she could put in the freezer ahead of time. So that's how lasagna became the family tradition.
You know, my wife's family, you had her mom, Thelma Mitchell, good old country girl from Alabama, would make up all the Thanksgiving and Christmas staples. But then the Priola side from Dad and his aunts, it was Christmas and Thanksgiving traditionals with a whole lot of Italian sausage and lasagna and all the Italian stuff. Every year I was like, this is man, this is good living.
Sure.
Who knew?
Sure.
Whereas in the Gorman house, it was just bulk. Just a whole lot of whatever mom felt like making.
Right, for
Big
sure.
family. It was really, flavor was optional, but amounts, never in doubt.
Right.
Fletcher, you're number 2.
Wow, I'm kind of dumbfounded right now.
Okay.
Because I thought, well, I'm going to come in here with number 2 and do the totally vanilla choice of Christmas.
Okay.
But what is confounding me right now is that on Christmas Eve, we do just my family, because my brother's family has stuff, and we go over to mom and dad's, and mom does Swedish meatballs from grandma's recipe, which is amazing. But then on Christmas Day, we do lasagna.
What?
I'm like mom's homemade lasagna. It's unreal. And then she does a Jell-O salad that she only does on Christmas Day.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's just like it's a no-brainer. In fact, it's creeping up. It might take if we do this again next year, it might become number 1 because it's that 2-day is becoming pretty phenomenal.
Lasagna.
Christmas
Good figure.
lasagna.
Yeah, we're in sync here.
I'll echo my mom married my stepdad when I was in 8th grade, and he has a big Italian family.
Okay.
And that's where I learned Christmas lasagna is very much a thing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Well, so for the longest time, we did ham like you're supposed to do. And we all just kind of looked at each other. My brother, sister-in-law, me, my mom and dad went, we're kind of sick of this.
Yeah.
And mom goes, what do you think about my lasagna? Because we all love it. And so it became a thing, like, I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right, number
Yeah, I'm on
2,
it.
Matt, what do you got?
Number 2, I'm giving Black Friday.
What?
Really?
Black
Yeah.
Friday.
All right.
What?
I see where you're going here.
It's essentially
Yeah.
Thanksgiving leftovers.
Yeah.
You're catching your second wind
Oh,
after
yeah.
what
Wow.
you did the
Yep.
day before, and you still have the turkey sandwiches. You still have whatever pie is laying around. And you have a bunch of college football on.
Yep.
What more can you want?
Pretty great. Pretty
Oh,
great. And,
man.
we always do the old Thanksgiving
Really good.
shepherd's pie with all the leftovers. You just put it all in the
Oh, yeah.
casserole, and then
Yeah.
the next day you throw that bad boy in the oven.
There you go.
That's good living.
Steve, what you got?
My number 2, okay, this has nothing to do with the fact that I just recently transplanted to Minnesota a few years ago. I have a lifelong obsession of mine. As long as I've lived, I've viewed it as a rare delicacy. Something that when I was a kid, I'd go to my friends' houses and they would have them, and I'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And as an adult, I really avoid these because the simple truth is I have a problem.
Okay.
When the dam breaks, there's no stopping it.
Yeah.
If you get an order for the table, it's going to come as an order for me. You cannot imagine how awful it is for me to live in Minnesota. February 2nd, ladies and gentlemen, is National Tater Tot Day.
Oh.
You think I'm kidding? To this day, I still look at tater tots and go like, oh my God. It was the forbidden fruit of my childhood. For some reason, we never had tater tots. I was probably 7 or 8 the first time I ever had one, and I thought I had died and gone to heaven.
Hey,
I'm serious. I don't order tater tots because I like them too much.
When we're at Grand Casino Arena on the 13th for the Wild Game in the Suite, you might have to order some of the new tater kegs.
Yes.
They just unveiled these. They basically brought the chefs there brought a bunch of State Fair staples to the arena.
Okay, well, but that's work, and so therefore the justification does hold up.
Yeah. Bring Steve all the tater kegs.
You just back off when they drop that bad boy down for your own safety. Trust me. All right, we've got number ones to get to. You feel free to share your favorite food holidays on the Luther West Side Volkswagen Talking Text Line 651-989-ROCK.
Let's point out Laura the Cheesehead for our guest.
Okay.
Matt is my favorite meteorologist. Watching him makes me happy.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
Wow, look at that.
Matt, do you talk a lot about being from Wisconsin on air?
I do, because we share, part of our viewing area is Northwest Wisconsin, so I lean into it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, her name in the text thread is Laura the Cheesehead, so that might be part of why she loves you so much.
That explains that. So well, you know what? We'll talk about that in a little bit. We got to get to our number ones right here.
Do you want to pay off the feetloaf?
Do we have an answer to what it is?
Yes, you use onion pieces for the toenails and ketchup where the ankles are.
Oh,
So it's meatloaf that looks like feet.
Yep.
Fair enough.
We have
All right.
Steve speechless.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I've always said meatloaf is the all-time most overlooked and taken for granted staple of a classic American diet.
Absolutely.
Never had a bad piece of meatloaf, and I'm sure people have tried.
I have. Yeah.
All right, let's get to our number ones. Food holidays. Ryder, what do you got?
Oh, it's so obvious. It's the one food holiday where you don't have to pretend to like the food. We've given you the food that you want, and it is the Super Bowl.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, you got your nachos, you got your chips and dips.
Yep.
You know, if you're eating wings, you got your wings. It's just all of the things that you actually want to eat.
That's right. You get to stuff your face and then either celebrate or bitch about the halftime show, whichever you prefer.
That's right.
There's always, and for as long as I remember, there's only been one Super Bowl party where that unified. The halftime show actually brought the whole room together, and that was, of course, Prince. In 2007.
Yes.
Every other one I've gone to, it's great because it's we all complain and then we all appreciate. Well, that was actually amazing. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's great. The only time that it worked for everybody in the room was Prince, and that will forever be the case.
True.
Number one, Fletcher.
Well, Matt kind of actually jumped on it with his number 2. I call it Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay.
Like Thanksgiving's fine.
Yeah.
But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's just something, it's a part of the cooking science, the science of cooking. When stuff has time to marinate and sit together with itself, it just becomes more flavorful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, turkey sandwiches are leftover. My mom makes the best sweet potatoes on the planet. Green bean casserole, all that stuff tastes better on day 2, day 3, day 4. So Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanksgiving week 2020, the next day, Friday, woke up, we got the old Thanksgiving shepherd's pie leftover thing, that casserole, and I heat up a big batch of it for Marley, our daughter, who at the time, Matt was, 2020, she was 18, and she took 2 bites. She goes, oh my God, this is something spoiled. I go, what? She goes, it's turned or something. She's like, I'm going to be sick. Like, dead serious.
Oh, no.
And I'm horrified. I'm like, how could this have gone bad? It's okay. Great news was she lost all of her taste because of COVID, and for the next 6 months, all she could eat was plain yogurt and bananas. But the Thanksgiving leftovers were fine.
They didn't spoil?
Wow.
They were fine. I was like, oh my God, I've never been more relieved to see my daughter miserable in my whole life. Number ones.
Rochelle texted in. She said Thanksgiving. I just thought the timing was good. You got to make that mashed potato moat with gravy and turkey as your castle.
Always. Yeah, of course.
Well said.
Number one, Matt.
Number 1, day after Easter. Day after Easter. Why? Because I'm obsessed with jelly beans, and they're half off.
Wow.
They are half off, and I can stock up
really
for the entire spring and into summer with specifically Starburst jelly beans.
Oh, it's the Starburst. I was just going to ask if you had a favorite.
Yes, and I have a voracious sweet tooth, and jelly beans just crush that for I want to get them cheap.
All right, Brock's.
Fair enough.
Yes, no, I mean
they're all right. I actually don't mind the black licorice ones.
Those are really good.
Yeah.
How about Jelly Bellies?
Of course, but it has to be a normal flavor. But you can't trust them anymore because people sneak the weird ones in there, and you have one of those, and all bets are off.
Yeah.
The way Matt just said, of course, if we weren't on the air, he would have said, well, duh. That's what that was. All right, my number one, no fixed date on this one. It's kind of like Christmas or Easter. It's a different, Thanksgiving or Easter, it's a different day on the calendar.
Sure.
But it is always the first Saturday in May. This is Kentucky Derby Day.
Oh.
The mint juleps flow like mother's milk for any self-respecting Kentuckian like myself. But it's also the one time of the year when the hot brown actually makes sense.
The hot brown
what the hell
mustard?
Is a hot brown?
The sandwich of Kentucky. The legendary hot brown. You're not hip to this. You take like a big 30, sturdy, like thick Texas toast size piece of white bread.
Okay.
You throw some sliced roasted turkey breast on top, and then you just soak it in like a Mornay sauce, a rich, creamy sauce with like butter, flour, milk, and some grated cheese, some Romano, Gruyere on top, and then you cover that with bacon strips, and then you cover that with sliced tomatoes, and then you eat it and hate yourself.
I was going to say hot brown in, hot brown out.
The hot brown. Oh, the hot brown. It looks unlike it. So it was invented at the Brown Hotel in Louisville in the 20s.
Okay.
It was a late night alternative to the traditional ham and eggs. It was just some drunk chef came up with this, and you put it all in and get it golden and bubbly on top, and it is extraordinary. But you only want it once a year, and that should be the first Saturday in May when they run for the roses, and you have so many mint juleps you actually think it tastes good.
Noted.
There you have it. There's the top 3.
Good.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.